Hey, Chris and Nikki, Paul McLean here with Crestview RV, Buda, Texas. Nice seeing you yesterday. It was a blast meeting you both. Honestly mean that. You guys are fun. So we're going to have some decisions to make. This is the wet bar version. I put the awnings out so you can kind of get an idea of what that's going to do for you. They'll both have the same floor plan in general, but they're optioned different. And as I mentioned, I am going to send you the spec sheets on both. They'll both have this beautiful pass-through storage here. That's an electric cord roller-upper. Once you hook that up, you won't have to mess with your power cord. More storage here. And then the infamous tray. So that part's all the same. The one thing this has that the other one doesn't is the 8K axles with disc brakes. And that's not a cheap option. Price-wise, this one is $1,000 under the bath and a half version. But if you pick this one, they're going to be about equal, because this one has two ACs and you're probably going to want a third one installed just for the heck of it, because you can. If you don't, this one's $1,000 less. If not, I think a second AC is going to run about that. Don't quote me, but pretty close. Interior wise, the question is to wet bar or not to wet bar. That is the question. And that's this area here. Personally, I love the wet bar, but there are going to be some differences. Where's my light switch? Here we go. Nice. Yeah, I just think that opens up the kitchen so much more. And just, I don't know. Personal preference. Personal preference. A lot of people like the half bath. So this part's all going to be the same on both. Residential fridge. They both have the R fridge, the residential fridge. Both have the 30-inch microwave, the larger oven. That's a convection microwave as well. Upstairs, you know the deal. They're both optioned with this color that we like, so we got lucky there too. They'll both have the same color here. Interiorly, that's not a word. And then you'll have the pop-up television. This area here by your TV has all kinds of neat backlights. So once you turn everything off and just do the accent lighting, it really pops. Especially if you got the fireplace on, even just for looks. There's some good backlighting there. So that part will be the same. Going into your master bedroom, they're both optioned with the king bed. Grand Design gives you light switches just like a house. Kind of nice. So you will have the same king wide bed. They'll both have the pull out place to sit down and put your shoes on, with storage in that as well. And then you've got kind of a jewelry handgun place there, and another here. It's kind of hidden. People forget that's there. That's kind of nice. And then this is the part I think you like a lot, Nikki, is this rear bath. Just gorgeous. Grand Design continues with the solid surface countertops into the bathroom, whereas a lot of them don't do that. That's a teak seat that folds up and down, and you saw this shower head. Every time I look at one, I figure I got to get one. Super nice. And then a really, either a great big closet or washer dryer. So washer dryer wise, I've got that printed out with part numbers and the whole 9 yards. Comes to right around $3,000 with all the parts needed and installation. So if we go with this one, you may or may not want that third AC. You felt how cold it was with just 2 running. And it's something you could always do later too. You could just see if 2's enough. It has been for years. And then add a third later if you wanted to. There are mobile techs that would come out and do it, or you could bring it back, either one. So, I was going to show you. Okay. So, the difference. This is the wet bar that we're in, and I'm going to mail this to you, of course. Only thing really difference is the 8K axle with disc brakes. Doesn't have the solar panel, doesn't have the converter. The one I'm going to go show you next with the bath and a half has a generator, propane generator. That was $5,600 extra. Has the solar panel, which is a 300 watt solar panel and a inverter that converts that to refrigerator power, etc. Has a third AC already. So those are kind of the 3 things this has that this one doesn't. Wet bar is $115,995 as it sits, and the front lever I'm going to go show you next is $116,995. I was trying to see if they had slide toppers. I don't think so. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to close this one up and go show you the half bath version for comparison, and then I'll get all this emailed to you so you can discuss which way to go. Thanks so much. 406-696-4750. 406-696-4750. We're hitting the road. We're going camping.